Usually I don't recommend a lot of supplements to people. We should always strive to acquire our nutrition from high quality and natural food sources, as these are always going to be superior to supplements. This is because when we try to recreate the nutrients that occur in real foods, we are not able to recreate it perfectly, and we end up missing a lot of important complexes that make the nutrient complete. You always want the most natural form of nutrients, because it's always going to be the most effective. Also, 90% of the supplements out there today are made from very questionable sources and will often bring more harm than benefits. Even if you do manage to get your hands on a supplement that actually works, chances are you will damage more things than you will improve. This is because all nutrients in our bodies are synergistic and work in tandem with each other. Balance truly is key, and if you start supplementing left and right without knowing what you're doing, there is a good chance that you will throw this balance out of whack. With that said, there are a few things which are absolutely crucial to supplement in our modern world, and which I would recommend to pretty much everyone. One of these supplements is magnesium. Magnesium is important for so many crucial mechanisms in our body, almost too many to mention. Here on the screen you will find a few of the noteworthy benefits of magnesium. I'm not going to go in depth on all of the mechanisms that make these benefits possible, so for now you will just have to take my word for it. Instead, I want to use this video to cover the things that I deem to be the most noteworthy when it comes to magnesium. Before we get into this, let us first take a look at where magnesium comes from and why most of the world today is severely deficient in this very important mineral. Magnesium literally comes from the soil of the earth. The plants take in magnesium from the soil, and so do the animals when they eat the plants. As humans, we would ideally be getting our magnesium from the plants and animals we eat, just like our ancestors did. However, in our modern world, the soil has been severely depleted of a lot of important nutrients, and especially magnesium. This has made it pretty much impossible for us to meet our magnesium requirements through the foods we eat. This soil depletion has many factors behind it, such as constant tilling and big amounts of chemical waste ruining the quality of our soil. However, magnesium depletion in the soil is not only a problem in the modern world, even isolated indigenous people have been observed to be deficient in magnesium. The soil simply isn't what it used to be when it comes to magnesium, and this is why it's arguably the most important thing that anyone could supplement today. So let's now take a look at some of the complications that this great magnesium deficiency of our modern world is bringing with it, as well as the profound effects you can experience when you add magnesium back into your body. One of the most important aspects of magnesium is its relationship with vitamin D. Many people today know the importance of vitamin D, but what a lot of people haven't realized is that vitamin D needs magnesium in order to be activated. Actually, a lot of people are probably making their magnesium deficiency even worse by supplementing vitamin D. The vitamin D that people are supplementing is not going to provide them with any benefits, because they do not have enough magnesium to activate it. In contrast, this creates one of the most profound benefits when people start supplementing magnesium, as it will literally increase your vitamin D levels substantially due to how these two nutrients work together. The benefits of increased vitamin D levels cannot be understated, and is probably one of the main reasons people feel a significant boost upon introduction of a good magnesium supplement. Now, other nutrients are important in this process as well, such as vitamin K2 for example, but for the sake of simplicity, we won't get into that now. Another important relationship when it comes to magnesium is how it interacts with calcium. Increased consumption of calcium depletes magnesium, and vice versa. This is also known as an antagonistic relationship. Most people today are getting way more calcium than magnesium, and this can cause a wide range of issues. Some of the harmless symptoms of too much calcium and too little magnesium are things like feeling blocked up and constipated. However, excess calcium can also have far scarier consequences in the long run. It can, for example, result in what is known as calcification. This is when your body has so much calcium that it starts flushing it into places it shouldn't be. This is, for example, what creates kidney stones and also far worse things such as impaired brain function, blocked arteries, and heart attacks. The process of calcification is not quick, but manifests itself over many years and essentially slowly turns your body into stone. This can very easily be counteracted by adequate supplementation of magnesium due to its antagonistic relationship with calcium. Another interesting aspect of this is how magnesium can actually help to protect you against EMF radiation. EMF radiation attacks the body through the calcium pathways, and since magnesium is a calcium channel blocker, it can reduce the amount of oxidative stress caused by the constant EMF radiation of our modern environment. Another very profound effect of magnesium supplementation is how it affects sleep. Not only will magnesium make you sleep much better and deeper, it can also make you dream more vividly than ever before. Now, there are so many other aspects of magnesium I want to touch on, such as its positive effects on heart health, brain health, anxiety, depression, and muscle repair. However, it would make this video very long and complicated, so let's skip this for now and keep it simple. Some people may have gotten a blood test done at their doctor's office to determine their magnesium levels, and while this can be a useful indication, it can often also be very misleading. This is because the test that doctors use never dig deep enough and only checks for blood serum levels of magnesium. This test may show that you have adequate levels of magnesium in your blood. However, in order to get the full picture, you would have to get all the way down to the cellular level. Magnesium in the human body is nano-sized, and since it's used for so many mechanisms in the body, it goes everywhere and it can't just be measured by a blood test. It, for example, has an important role in our cells and the production of ATP, which basically means the way that your cells produce energy. Therefore, the test at your doctor's office might actually be deceiving you, and chances are that it's very likely you are deficient in magnesium, despite what your doctor tells you. So with all of this established, let's take a look at some of the practical ways of actually getting magnesium into your system. Even though our soil today is depleted of magnesium, it is possible to get at least smaller amounts of magnesium from food sources. In terms of plant foods, something like dark chocolate is going to be one of the best sources of magnesium. I have actually noticed that people who are deficient in magnesium very often crave chocolate in high amounts. However, when it comes to magnesium in food, animal products, and especially beef, will be your best bet. This is purely because the magnesium is going to come into your system in a much more bioavailable way, since it's bound to amino acid molecules from the meat. As established earlier though, you really can't rely on getting your magnesium from whole food sources, and thereby have to supplement if you want to cure or avoid deficiency. You may have noticed that there exists a wide range of different magnesium supplements out there, and it can be a little overwhelming if you don't know what each of these mean. The many different names given to magnesium supplements shows how they are chelated. When you take magnesium in supplement form, it has to be bound to another molecule in order to enter effectively into your body. This is known as chelation. Now, a big portion of the magnesium supplements out there are what is called magnesium oxide. This is by far the cheapest way to chelate magnesium, and thus why many supplement companies choose this method. However, this version of magnesium is also very poorly converted by our bodies, and you will actually only absorb 2 to 3% of the magnesium from these supplements, which means they are pretty much a waste of money. What I would recommend instead is what is called magnesium glycinate. This version of magnesium is highly bioavailable to the body, because it is bound to an essential amino acid molecule called glycine. Actually, you might be killing two birds with one stone with this supplement, since you're not only getting highly bioavailable magnesium, but also an important amino acid in the form of glycine. Other good options are magnesium malate, magnesium threonate, and magnesium chloride. A cool thing about magnesium is that you don't have to take it internally. It is also possible and very beneficial to take magnesium transdermally, which means through the skin. You can do this very effectively with magnesium oil. Magnesium oil is not actually oil, but simply magnesium chloride and distilled water mixed together, which creates a consistency similar to oil. You can very easily make this yourself, but it is also possible to buy pre-made magnesium oil. A useful thing with magnesium oil is that you can actually target specific areas of your body. If you have sore muscles after a workout, for example, putting some magnesium oil on the troubled spot is going to almost instantly relieve the soreness. When it comes to the dose of magnesium, it's important to realize that our bodies can use up a lot of magnesium throughout the day, especially if we are overly toxic, stressed, or deficient. I recommend starting with 500 milligrams daily and spreading it out throughout the day so you are taking in a maximum of 200 milligrams at a time. There is a lot more we could go into when it comes to magnesium. However, this should be all anyone needs in order to understand the importance of this vital mineral. If you have any questions or want to hear more about magnesium, hit me up in the comments below. Also, if you want more personal help, you can sign up for a free 30-minute call on my website. Here we will talk about your specific situation and goals, and how I can help you to reach your peak human state. Thanks for watching this video, and stay healthy.